Oh, hi guys, what's up? It's Chris. We are about to kick off our Simpsons arcade live stream. I forgot how awesome this game was. Just the sound of it is synonymous with me, to me, with arcades. I love it so much. It was one of my favorite games. I love beat 'em ups like this before the Street Fighter fighting craze killed everything. Oh, look at that! You may remember that art from the side of the cabinet. And a few years ago, we were fortunate enough to get a re-release on Xbox Live and PSN from Konami. It's been pulled since then, sadly. But I say, why don't we kick off the stream a bit with a little bit of this? Oh yeah. Let me get back in my proper position. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Oh, thank you, Chatty Whacker. Hi, Bart. He's 10. And I keep saying this because it's very important to me. Bart was, when The Simpsons started, the first year the show came on, Bart was exactly my age. Like, and look, if you can see behind me, I put up my Bartman water damage corkboard, original corkboard. Look at that, everybody. Hope you guys can hear me over the game. What? Hi, everybody. All right, so that's the game. So what I'm going to do, I have extended the invite for people to play with me if they'd like, but I don't know if anybody's going to do that. But I am going to create a match, disable voice chat, and we are going to play the Japanese version of the game. Game audio is a little soft. Here, I can try and raise it a little bit. How's that, guys? I hope this all goes smoothly. I'm on a different system. I'm in my living room today, which is always runs a little iffier. And yes, Bart is mine. Got no Xbox, says Chatty Whacker. Come on, that has to be loud enough. For real now. I can't hear myself. Let me do a quick sound check. Well, this is great. God, I love sprites that size. Aggie! And a bunch of weird things that Simpsons Dork probably noticed. The show was such an instant hit. This game began production like right after the first season, so you'll notice a lot of these characters like had no real presence in the show after the first season, like except like Howard or something like that in the arcade behind us. Also, the characters weren't as defined. Smithers is a jewel thief for Mr. Burns. This billionaire is also a jewel thief. Doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh yeah, and so we're playing the Japanese version, and you have nukes. I don't know why Japan is more capable of handling the concept of a nuke going off than America, but whatever. It's in the game. There's more power-ups here. We can finally get to the bottom of whether or not Bart says, "Nice fruit roll, man."
Who the hell are you?
Nice. Game said hell. Principal Skinner wearing a different jacket. But yeah, like this is all. There wasn't as much as The Simpsons to go on at this point. So I do think it's interesting. You see a lot of first season references, and I think what the show wasn't totally clear on is whether the Life and Hell series that Matt Groening originally created was going to be used. So like, it'll cross over a lot in the show, but you can see. I'll show you in a second. You'll see a ton of Life and Hell characters here. Let's see if we can get them to come out. Yeah, look at that. Is that Binky? Yeah, they appear prominently in this game, but like never so much in the series. But they are Matt Groening's other famous creation. So, for instance, when I say the game draws a ton from The Simpsons' first season, here's this guy. I forget if he was the boxer in the episode where Homer steals cable, or the video game character in Bart's video game. Boom! Now you can hear Michael talk about this on an upcoming video game Apocalypse. This is the Konami beat 'em up way to win. The dive kick, dive kick, dive kick. I'm invincible. And I've heard the Japanese version's easier. I'm just not sure if I actually played it. Yeah, you know when he's blinking. When he's blinking, he's hurt. He's hurting. I always associate that with Bebop for some reason. Man, so it would appear either none of you have the Simpsons game or you all hate me. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a reference to King Cobra. What are people saying in the chat? Chatty Whacker America nukes, perish the thoughts. ODST in Japan, Simpsons is actually a biting commentary on America's misuse of nuclear weapons. Hey, damn, I haven't replayed this since reading Life in Hell. Says Florio000. Oh.
Blow up your balloon and go after Maggie. Ready?
Oh, it's gonna happen for me! What the fuck? That CPU is so good! No! No, I lost against the computer! Tengu Gemini had the Simpsons game on the PS3. I love this game so much, man. I wish there was still competent side-scrolly beat-em-ups for licensed games, man. The kids are missing out to your stupid free-to-play iPhone games. I wish I'd been watching that show, Legend of Korra. I'm not caught up on the original Avatar, sadly, but it's like one of the last, like, cartoon games. You get a... Oh, I can throw Santa's little helper! Fuck you. Yeah. We got Automan. Dr. Marvin Monroe, pre-death. I don't want to get those donuts yet. So yeah, we're playing the Japanese ROM, which is apparently a little... It goes a little easy on the health power-ups, kind of everywhere. What does he say? Nice fruit roll, man? I have no idea. Millhouse! Get over here. Hammer! Oh, I love this. Oh, fond memories. They abound. Oh, everybody dies in one hit. All of these guys were hanging around on a teacup ride, waiting to assault a 10-year-old. Thank you. Oh, find it. It's getting a real game, not an iPhone game, but it's coming to, I think, PSN and XBLA. There's a Legend of Korra game. I like that there's still cartoons getting airing on television, getting competent games. Doesn't happen as much as you think. If you didn't see that 1994. The top 5 games in 1994 according to the U.S. box office. Almost half of the top 10 movies of 1994 had games made out of them. Of the top 100 movies of 2014, there have been 4 console games. 4 out of 100. Considering the top 10, it was almost 50%. Give or take a Forrest Gump game. Whatever, go watch the video. It's just like they're... console games are so expensive. They're no longer the gold mine they once were. Bartman! We saw him. He's here. Word. Man, I was really hoping somebody would join me. I can't show you guys the team-up moves. Look at this, guys. I think Binky's gonna come out and say hello. What up, dog? That's so weird. Like, I don't know if these people were ever on The Simpsons. There's a misattributed piece of trivia that Marge's hair was so high so as to allow a reveal that she had Binky bunny ears, Life in Hell style bunny ears underneath her hair. And I think you can see it in this game when Marge is shocked. Oh, I need that cat. And I'll show you why in a second. Let's go for it, man. Wow, is that clearing everything up? Wow, a Bob Mackey. But yeah, Marge, you can see bunny ears behind Marge's hair when she's shocked, because I think it was just a gag that Granny was going to do, referring to the Life in Hell characters, and it never ended up airing, but the reference to it is still in this game. But that's what I think makes the game so special. It had so little to work with because the show hadn't fully defined itself yet. It was probably entering into a second season, and certain things that made it into the game were things the writers were prospectively thinking of adding to the second season. Some stuff never made it. Who knows? And we do have this crusty balloon. I can't think of an. Wait, there was when I think when Bart or Homer trying to find Krusty, they did use a Krusty balloon. And you find handsome Pete. He dances for nickels. Holy shit! I'm dying. I'm barely paying attention. Oh! I love this sound. Ah! What are the people saying in the chat? Yeah, you can totally see her ears in this. You throw a snowball into certain deaths, as Binen. 20th Century Fox, as Matt said on the commentary, that he originally wanted to do that, but decided against it for some reason. And then it becomes this thing of legend. And the Simpsons arcade game is the only thing that, well, other than Groening's commentary, one of the only things that lends it credence. I was talking about this with some fellow Simpsons nerds. I'm not sure what established certain scarier enemies in the game, because at this point I don't believe there had been a Treehouse of Horror episode. And it's interesting, once you finish the game, there's an extras file, and you can see a timeline, a development timeline of the game where the location tests were done. And it looks like it took like almost a year exactly to develop and release. That's crazy if you are in any way attuned with the development cycles of modern games. 1 year from development to shipment. Crazy. I don't think I could watch the... Chatty Arches, I don't think I could watch the first season of The Simpsons. I tried to do the same thing with MST3K, and it's insufferable. MST3K is a little rougher, and so is The Simpsons, but I think the first season's still well worth watching. And anything you find rough about it is still evident the second season. And as I said on Laser Time 100, the second season is unsung and excellent. Yeah. First season really isn't as bad as most people seem to think, says 20th Century Fox. It's very slow in comparison... By comparison to 2 through 9, it is, but like, the building blocks were there, man. I've always been like a huge admirer of how many things The Simpsons had in place from the first season. Like, I'm not sure, like, all these characters are there. Maybe it was they have their roots in the Tracy Ullman show. This is what I'm talking about, these zombies. I'm not sure Treehouse of Horror episode had aired yet, let alone with zombies, so I don't know where I'm not sure where the template comes from. Ooh, nuke. Wonder if I'll need it. Probably would have helped if anybody joined in. No, everybody hates me. Boom! You got Bartman. Yeah. So I'm barely trying to survive here. Probably making more of an effort. Boom! That Japanese nuke. Be careful when you say that. Oh boy. What is that noise? I hope people can hear me okay. MST3K in general hasn't aged well. I disagree, ODST. I tried to get into it several times, but it's super reliant on the movies themselves. Well, the movies are all dated. Some of them are fucking from the 40s. I love that shit. I love watching old entertainment. With or without robots cracking lives. MST3K technically can't age poorly. Maybe it can. Talking about that with somebody, some of the references are like very specific to short-lived 1970s television shows you would never know, or TV movies you've never seen.
Who the hell are you?
I have no idea if my camera is holding out. Oh, I bet it isn't. Here. I'm gonna go ahead and change that. Again, people, we have a donate button. This fucking laptop is terrible. One of its USB ports just decides to stop working every so often. But hey, you can hear me. I thought the mic was more important than my stupid face. Get a second. I'm gonna just go switch it to the feed. And every good beat 'em up needs an elevator level. It's a rule. Nice fruit roll, man. I'm sticking to it, people. Okay. I believe this is a one-time use weapon. This is, it's like going into the bar and final fight. Shit.
Where do you think you're going?
So you also have these characters who have no basis in the show, I believe. And I'm going to show you guys the magic of the Konami dive kick. Oh, it's unstoppable. Oh, it's unstoppable. Oh, you can't hit me. Now, it's reported that the Japanese version is a little easier, and I mean, I have to believe that, but I've never seen that be the case in any game ever. The Japanese version is always harder. Americans are babies. Oh! I kind of wish I played as Homer. It's interesting. Someone had just linked me to that Conan O'Brien serious jibber jabber thing with the Simpsons writers, and they were talking about, yeah, there was a transition from the show's focus kind of went from Bart to more Homer. As a little kid, I thought that was unnerving. He said, it was just a simple fact they said of like, it's just easier to think of Homer stories because we're adults. Still love a good Bart story, one of the greatest characters ever. What they do, I've never heard before, other than that Conan O'Brien serious jibber jabber video, is that Tracy Ullman, when Simpsons originally premiered, that she tried to sue them. And we were talking about that the other night, and Tyler and I, and like, yeah, I can kind of see that. It launched on her show. You can see how you feel entitled to this like a tiny slice of this billion-dollar empire. It's almost like I hate frivolous lawsuits, but you kind of have to try. Oh, look at that, Bart Tracy. Oh, we can finally stop and take a look. What's up, man? Woo! All right. Here's fruit roll in the face. Ah, shit. That's not Lunch Lady Doris. I don't want anybody to get confused here. Ooh, this is Barney with a little bit of bleached hair. Oh, cry for me. I'm already dead. Here, let me hit pause real quick. Who the hell are you?
Who the hell are you?
Switch over to the non-camera.
Who the hell are
Because we
you?
clearly don't have a working camera.
Who the hell are you?
Never buy a Samsung computer, people. Ooh, I bet you didn't know you could pick up that stool. Yeah. Make that shit you odd job wannabe. Come on, Mo, help me out here. You know how much money my dad drops in this bar, Mo? Can't help? Maggie's on television. Look, everybody. Also a poster for Carmen. What? I was looking, admiring the background in Moe's Tavern in the early season of The Simpsons, and a lot of Duff, a lot of Laramie advertisements. I'm sure they became more defined at some point. Is that the baby with the one eyebrow? I'm gonna kill him. Don't rush me. Mickey Mouse finger? What are you even doing here? And speaking of first season reference, you have Bleeding Gums Murphy and a bunch of Princess Cashmere models. Princess Cashmere was not a character that made a whole lot of returns in The Simpsons. Very prominent the first season, though. Where's my spy camera? Where's my spy camera? Love it, love it. I'm trying to be careful about speaking the language of Simpsons references. I know how easy it is for me and my friends to fall into. Fortunately, I know many of you aren't that bad. You can't just break the arcade games. Ugh! Had to go for it. Hail Mary move. Oh man, this is an invincible move. Oh, watch the fuck out. Nuked! Ooh, look at that. Someone has lost at the Simpsons game. Simpsons arcade game in the background. Also, if you note, aliens. Large. Look at that. Cute. Cute! Still seeing a closed circuit broadcast of Maggie. I didn't really want to hit that lady. I don't feel right about it. Oh yeah, it's this guy who I don't know if this character has a basis in the show. I'd love to find out. Where in the world is she? ODSTS. Don't know this character? Oh shit. You better believe I'm continuing. We got a game to get through. Ooh, this guy is wide to my type. He can fight through it. Send you back to behind the bar where you came from. Why Mo keeps a goon behind a bar? I'll never know. Behind a retractable bar. It was way before Simpsons versus the 18th Amendment. Prohibition episode. Could have been getting that wrong. What? No regenerating health, says Chatty Whacker? I know, right? Get with the time, Simpsons arcade game from 1992 or 1991. Oh, he's super blinking. Super blinking. Not long for this world. Fuck, this guy's working me. He's taking away 3 lives from me. I'd be embarrassed if I wasn't more concerned with talking to you guys.
Who the hell are you?
I see people are talking about Japanese difficulty. Beer Bear and says Captain Chunky. Why is Dalsum's crackhead brother in this game, says Chatty Whacker. Dive right in, you constant Simpsons digressions are one of the most enjoyable elements of Laser Time. Thank you, 20th Century Fox. You might be a bit biased, given how much money you make off of this here property. Oh, this rock, I can pick it up. Better believe it. That rock, not so much. Can't pick it up, but I can block it with my face, but at the cost of a loss of health. And I love this because Simpsons had very few episodes at this point. I just remember seeing their camping episode a lot. Like, it was somehow defined, like a defining episode of the show, which in hindsight really is not. Fuck you, Bigfoot. You look like my dad. Yeah, but I don't know if they've ever gone camping. You can go away, Mard Bugs. Sorry, they look like Mard. Hopefully you're seeing what I'm seeing. So I injured my... These fucking guys, do not make me start dive kicking here. Holy shit, that guy's got Homer's dive kick. It's beautiful. Haha. Yeah, nice fruit man. I'm gonna hit you with a beehive, motherfucker. Ugh. Don't matter, I got infinite continues. I honestly can't believe folks didn't want to jump in and play this game. You can finish the whole thing in a fucking hour. What do you got against the Simpsons arcade game? Beautiful. Thanks, Nelson, forever friend of Bart. Always there to help out. Rarely laugh. Yeah, something Michael had pointed out to me. Ooh, Binky! He's a second season reference. Is that Harry Shearer didn't appear in this game at all. And once you hear Smithers and Burns talk, you can realize that. It's mainly just the Simpsons characters. Oh! Love this. If you remember Castle Crashers, that's a very clear reference to the shitting bear. The shitting bear is a very clear reference to that. You encounter him first in the bushes. Fuck! This guy's tough! Yeah. You are not prepared for how strong Bart is. And of course, this boss, who could forget, Simpsons' favorite, a bear. Fuck! Oh man, he's got a Blanca roll. No! Unacceptable. Unacceptable. I'm a big fan of this boss music, though. Yes, Allied. Whoa, was Sideshow Bob in this game? I don't remember. I wonder if he was. Would he be a villain? And that's why, yeah, in like almost every later iteration of games, and even the Simpsons ride, Sideshow Bob is the villain. A little disappointed. Is he the Simpsons movie? He wasn't, was he? Disappointing. I'll never, like, the Simpsons movie comes on Friday during FXX's, or FXX, whatever the fuck they're calling it. Comes on Friday at 6 p.m., I believe. I really do like the Simpsons movie. It's not underrated, it's just never spoken about anymore, and evidence that the Simpsons has been good in recent years. It's a really great movie. The only thing I just find baffling, they get Albert Brooks to come back and voice the character of Russ Cargill, who domes off the entire city. He's now a show on NBC. Where he doesn't even like separate his voice from Hank Scorpio, and I just saw that episode in the marathon. I'm like, why couldn't that be Hank Scorpio? ODST says no Simpsons actor can die. Yes, 20th Century Fox points out Harry Shearer is in his 70s. It will happen. And there's an article up on LaserTimePodcast.com right now that I wrote quite morbidly, but out of genuine curiosity. It's called Every Dead Simpsons Guest Star Ever, and about all the Simpsons guest stars who have died. And people have been updating me with ones I missed. It is an even 60. 60 guest stars have died. That's incredible. I think if you look at a show, Arrested Development, 3 seasons, they probably have like 20 guest stars. But 60 Simpsons guest stars are fucking dead. That's incredible. I wasn't trying to be morbid. It was just like I can't. When I hate, I'm fucking sick of classic Simpsons snobs, and I just always want to emphasize how fucking long. Not only has the show been on the air, but how long the episodes you think are perfect, how long you've been seeing them. They weren't just the first episodes to air in syndication. They've been airing the longest. You don't like a season 19 episode that much because it's only had the possibility of being rerun for 5 years. The other show episodes have been rerunning for 30 almost. 30 years! Crazy. He was a friend of James Brooks, so he appeared in a few early episodes. Yes, Albert Brooks was a friend. No relation to James L. Brooks, producer of The Simpsons. But yeah, he had appeared in a couple of... Yeah, he was in Broadcast News. Fucking great James Brooks movie. People forget that James L. Brooks was the shit for a while. He hasn't made anything, I wouldn't say noteworthy. It's just something that had, like, Terms of Endearment, really good movie. What was the last one I saw? It had Owen Wilson in it. That's all I can remember. It has a super generic title. Fine, we'll go. So I love this. This is a vague reference to Homer falling asleep behind the wheel. He goes into Dreamland, a black and white area where the moon smiles at him. That's the basis. That small dream sequence is the basis for this whole level. Again, I find it interesting. Even though they didn't have a lot to work with, the creative ways Konami found to work and create levels out of. Simpsons, pretty neat. It wasn't like now where the Simpsons have basically been to more foreign countries than you ever have, including space. Homer has been to space. Nine Dart 65 says Rayman saxophone flashback. Yeah. Whoa! Come on, man, you can't do that. And dude, I have no idea what this is a reference to. Manic bowling ball. I like that. Look at that. It's got those weird Japanese tears that I'm sure have a way off model for the Simpsons show. Oh, he's super blinking! Oh, fuck. Spectre Man's mom. Oh. Surely this will... Yeah! Threw a bowling ball at a bowling ball, guys. You see that? I used to think that was a bomb, but it's very clearly a bowling ball and a bowling ball bag. And I didn't need to say all those words, but I'm telling you, it was really fun. You should try it too. Bowling ball and a bowling ball bag. Do it, kids. You'll love it. This is day 2 of our Simpsons streamy week. I hope we can do some more exciting Simpsons games here. We got a lot of fun stuff to show you. Hopefully some special guests will join me. Even though it's technically hard for us right now to be joined by guests because it fucks up the mic quality. I like having a good mic quality when we stream. Hopefully that's happening now because the awful computer next to my television seems to be displaying things weirdly. Cut out our camera, shows my mic at a really low level. But hey, doing my best. Doing my best here, people. Yes, Gear Prime, I'm not joking. Exciting Simpsons games. There are no shit, like, legitimately good Simpsons games. They can be a little bit dated, but they're really fun to watch. You shall see. Bindon says Inception! Mr. Sparkle was like season 4 or 5. Wrong, Bindon. I believe it's season 8. At least it was. I think that's what I was watching, where I was watching in the marathon. Wake up, Bart! Oh, man. I don't want to... Yeah! Yeah! We win. Kier Prime says, I don't know. Virtual Bart is weird as shit. Snow Nightmare asks, is Barney a drunk again in new episodes? And Snow Nightmare says there was one where he just became... I saw the one where he became sober. Forgot about that. Yeah, there's... Of course, there's a bunch of articles out there about it, but there's so many things that have happened in The Simpsons that I'm completely unaware of. One of them is I did not know Fat Tony died, and his svelte cousin Fit Tony came in to take over, and eventually got fat, and people just call him Fat Tony. Did not know that. Fat Tony, Joe Mantegna's classic mafia character, and it's such a cool character, but it's such a very if you see the episode where Fat Tony's introduced, it's a very specific Goodfellas reference. So specific. And like technically dated, but the characters managed to stick around. I mean, oh man, one of those characters is just literally Carmine from Goodfellas. It's great. But he's very clearly designed after Paul Sorvino. Another thing I didn't know, hadn't seen much of the courtship with Ned Flanders and Edna Krabappel. Apparently fans were allowed to vote whether they got married or not, so I think they got married, but who is the voice of Edna Krabappel? Oh no, I forgot her name. She passed away recently. God rest her soul. Very sad. Just a huge loss to The Simpsons. I mean, the biggest since Phil Hartman died. Not that anything can truly compare to the death of Phil Hartman in terms of fucking tragedy. Aha! I threw an alien! Okay, this kind of sucks. Hey, but these sprites are great. I need to make a background of some kind. Whoa! I don't know what happened there. So, it's weird. I definitely played this game when it was released on Xbox Live and PSN when it came out, obviously once or twice. It was weird to see it get low review scores, mostly from fucking 20-something reviewers who never actually played it and didn't grow up in a land of beautiful beat-em-ups. It was tragic to see, but it also kind of stuck out as a poor value. Probably $15 for about 30 minutes of very crude gameplay. America. I don't know why you guys are screaming America. The graphics in this game look better in my memory, says Ivy Ready. Whatever. They look great, especially if you watched our stream from yesterday, the fucking NES stream. Like, something about, like, Bart's stance. He looks like that thoughtful Wren where his mouth drips down. It's disgusting and I hate it. This is great. This is beautiful, beautiful arcade beat-em-up logic. We're at the Channel 6 set, and there's a fucking ninja show being filmed, and they're all actual ninjas. And they all are invested in beating up Bart, a 10-year-old on a quest to get back his sister. Again, don't think about it too often. Don't think about it too often. Oh! And last time I'll mention it, because I don't want to sound pathetic, anybody in the chat or watching the stream right now is free to join me. I have set up an online game with an open lobby. I figured at least I could get at least 3 people in here. Apparently not. But the game is actually not on sale anymore. It was pulled. This and Ninja Turtles arcade game, Konami was somehow able to release, even though the current license holders are, what I believe, Activision. Time it was Ubisoft for Ninja Turtles, and EA was putting out the Simpsons game, and I think those companies releasing new games thought it's probably in our best interest to rekindle interest in the Simpsons as a game by getting these old games, clearing up some rights issues, and putting them back out on shelves. It was, in hindsight, very temporary, so I truly encourage all of you to, like, when you see shit like that happen, games like that are officially made available, go get them. I'm very happy I got the X-Men arcade game, the TMNT arcade game, and the Simpsons arcade game on my Xbox forever. And I believe the way it works, you can even delete the game and re-download it. It'll sit there on the servers. It's just you can never buy it for the first time again now. As long as you bought it, yeah. Bam. And speaking of that EA Simpsons game, I think the world has forgotten what a glorious piece of fan service that is. It's a bit of a underwhelming platformer, but dude, it's a Simpsons nerd delight. All right, we got an ultra blinky happening. I don't believe there's any basis for this fucking boss character in any of the Simpsons episodes I've seen.
Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you?
See, IB already says, I regret not getting them. ODSC says, I'd find the yo more racist if it wasn't in every Naruto game. Battle King says, I love that yo. Me too. Love that game for this fan service. This game is offensive. I'm going to complain on Tumblr. Racial profiling says semi-pro weeaboo. Hey, hey! Uh-oh, we are nearing the end of our Simpsons game. I didn't realize how close we are. See, like, most of the time I was never able to make it for this game. The US version is confirmed to be harder. And the only time I ever beat this game, my friend had a birthday party at the local Tallahassee Mall arcade called Cyber Station. 2-story arcade. It was great. Replaced Barrel of Fun, which was called that because its entrance was made of wood and circular. But Cyber Station was the best. But for his birthday, for $40, you could have your birthday at Cyber Station, and they would put one arcade game of your choice on free play, and you could play it to the end. And it was the only way I've ever finished The Simpsons. Only way. In arcades. It's one of those arcade games. If I ever get more space, we're here in San Francisco. Was talking to some Game Informer guys. Tim Turner, you know Tim Turner. He's on our podcast. Him and current Giant Bomber Dan Riker, and they were talking about just, you know, they were doing the same thing I used to do, but they were doing it in Minnesota, not in San Francisco. Real estate is scarce. Apartments are small, and they were talking about entire rooms devoted to certain things. Like, dude, good luck getting an extra room in San Francisco. Like, I had to stop. Like, I now lead a digital lifestyle solely because I have no more space. My shelves are full. They're overflowing. I need to get rid of things, and there's not a single iota free space to put stuff. Perhaps you saw my living room on the stream earlier. It's like one of those. It's like half a cargo container of a living room. It's small, though. And we have, oh man, Tyler and I are lucky enough to live in the same place for, I've been here, 7 years. Our rent can only go up so much. It should be like 30% more. Ah, get away from Smithers! There's, Burns painting, courtesy of Hogwarts.
Homer!
What? Hey, somebody joined. Yeah, we're doing this, people. This is epic. That couldn't have been written better. Homer, canonically Bart's father, shows up to save him at the last boss. I have lost my connection. Whatever. It was almost storybook, I swear. He does say excellent. That has been established. That enough has been established about Burns' character.
Where do you think you're going?
It is very clearly not Harry Shearer. I'm a little bummed. I hate to complain about things that are different about The Simpsons now, but one of the inevitable things that has nothing to do with the quality of the writing is that a lot of the cast members sound old, and that's most evident in Harry Shearer's Burns. There was a sprightly, excited... Think of the Simpsons line, dogs are idiots! How would you feel? Like, there was a spyness to him, and now you see Burns, he's just very clearly like, yeah, excellent. I miss the passionate Burns. In your church or synagogue. 20th Century Fox says SF is worth the money. I was having that conversation with my girlfriend. We can never, ever, ever, ever afford to have to buy a house here. Ever. Never, ever. You need to be a millionaire to afford to buy an apartment here. But I never want to leave. I never want to leave. Never, never, never. I love not having a car. I love getting everywhere by bike and foot. I love being able to walk outside my house for booze and sandwiches. It's just a block away. It's fucking great. Band comes to town, 5 minutes from there. I love it. Never want to trade that in. Don't miss having a car at all. I pay $8.50 for a townhouse here in what is that, Missouri? That would get you a cardboard box in SF. Yes. Yeah, $8.50. You are so lucky to come by $8.50 a month for a room in San Francisco. I owned a house with my family in Tallahassee, Florida, and we paid what was it? $750 a month for the mortgage on a 3-bedroom townhome. Incredible. Incredible. I won't tell you how much our rent is. Suffice to say, it's over $1,000 a month. Stop it, Mr. Burns. We're almost there, guys. We've almost got this. Oh, stop it. Who knows? Maybe we'll do more commentaries. Maybe. But yeah, you know, like we always say, the easiest way to contribute to Laser Time is anytime you make an Amazon purchase, just go to the website first. Maybe bookmark one of our links. Just enter Amazon. It's already the cheapest prices available on the internet. You get whatever you want, and you kick back a couple shekels back to us. Hopefully. Hopefully that's not so broken. Yeah, shut up, Snow Nightmare. Sad I never have money to give. It's alright. It's alright. I believe in the pledge model. Cool people with the extra money to spend. Aw, that's beautiful. Help support it for everyone else who's too stingy to pay. Yeah, the Simpsons staff. Let's see if we can recognize some names. Who could forget Suzuki's contributions? Is that what? Yeah, I don't think Hefty Toast the Amazon links outside the U.S. Sorry about that, but that seems like a lot of work. I don't know what to do about that. But if you care that much, it's always PayPal. International donations accepted. Chatty Whacker says, I imagine sucking on a diamond would hurt. Indeed. Thanks, No Nightmare. Sorry about that. Special thanks to Hayami, Management, Skiddo, Supervisor, Kanamanalala. This game was created by Matt Groening. What? Come on, Homer. That's not a very Homer thing to do. He would do it by accident. It's a joke. That's so pretty. What the hell? Where did that come from? I get a big nasty game over screen? No, I don't think we'll be doing that. Let's exit the game. I want to show you guys some stuff. Because I do love it when games contain shit like this. Yeah, look at that. You can see the development cycle. Yeah, February 26th, 1990. Development started. March 12th, 1991. Almost a year to the day the US version was officially released. It's fucking crazy. Mass production. Wow. Look at that. There's the flyer. I love old arcade flyers, man. They were like little pamphlets that talked you into buying pre-websites that talked you into buying stuff. There's that cabinet arts. Oh man, beautiful. That's fantastic. I wonder how this played. Does Japan even like The Simpsons? Hey man, you finished the game. Now go fuck yourself, says ODST. That is how that game over screen appeared. And look at that, we get a look at the characters. Grandpa and without his salmon shirt. Ooh, a much slimmer Patty and Selma. Bouvier. Who could forget Howard, everyone? Howard, a classic Simpsons character. Principal Seaboard Skitter. Martin Princeton. Oh, I love that. Sherry or Terry. It's up to you guys. Professor Werner von Braun. Krusty, yes, we know him. Milhouse, probably the most off-model character, you know, that has nothing to do with color. Lodo Man and Dr. Marvin Monroe. Some black and white donuts. He's dead now. Sherry or Terry once again. Mo Sislak, nice. Blondie Gumble, Princess Cashmere. Bleeding Gums Murphy, God rest his soul. Nelson Muntz. Blinky, the fish. Sideshow Bob, fuck yeah. And Waylon Smithers and Charles Montgomery Burns. Yes. God damn, I was 25 when this game came out. I'm old, says Captain Junkie. Yeah, you are. You're way older than I expected. All right, guys. That concludes our Simpsons stream. Let's see if we have camera back in effect. I bet we don't. No, of course we don't. But, yeah, that has been our Simpsons streams, guys. Check out more at lasertimepodcast.com. We got more Simpsons stream for you all week. Thank you so very, very much.
Da 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 da